Hello everyone, welcome to our platform. In this episode of Current Affairs, we are going to discuss what is secularism. This topic has been in the news recently and there is a lot of confusion regarding it. Before we begin, I would like to say that since this topic is quite vast, we may not be able to do complete justice to it in just one episode. So we have uploaded a detailed video on our website, the link to which will be shared below. Also, this video will be available on our website. But before we move further, let's take a look at the etymology of the term secular. The word secular comes from the Latin word saeculum, which means age or generation. Secularism as a concept originated in Europe during the 18th century with the rise of Enlightenment philosophy. It started as a trend where people were beginning to rely more on reason and less on religion for explaining the world around them. During this time, many European countries underwent significant political and social changes, including the French Revolution, which resulted in the decline of absolute monarchy and the rise of republicanism. In this period, thinkers like Voltaire and Jean-Jacques Rousseau argued against the interference of the clergy in public life and advocated for the separation of church and state. The term secularism was coined by French writer and politician Jules Simon in 1806 when he said, "Secularism is a principle of political opinion according to which all individuals are considered as equal in the eyes of law, and no one can be forced to follow any particular religion." Since then, the concept has evolved over time and has been interpreted differently by various thinkers and activists. So what does secular mean? In simple terms, secular refers to matters relating to worldly or temporal things as opposed to spiritual or religious matters. It emphasizes the importance of separating religious beliefs and practices from public life and decision-making. There are different interpretations of secularism. One way to understand it is through its relationship with religion and spirituality. Secularism advocates for the separation of religious and political authority, also known as the separation of church and state. This means that the government should not interfere in religious matters and that religious institutions should not have a say in how the government is run. For example, the government does not have the power to decide which religion is correct or to force people to follow a certain religion. At the same time, religious institutions cannot use their influence to control the government or to make laws that apply to everyone. This separation ensures that people are free to practice their religion without fear of persecution or discrimination, and it allows for a diversity of religious beliefs and practices in society. Another way to understand secularism is through its emphasis on rationality and critical thinking. Secularism encourages people to use reason and logic to understand the world around them rather than relying on religious faith or superstition. This means that decisions should be based on evidence and that claims should be supported by reason. Secularism also promotes tolerance and acceptance of different viewpoints, as it discourages the use of force or coercion to maintain religious beliefs or practices. For example, secularism would reject the idea that one religion is superior to others and would advocate for the equal treatment of all religions. It is important to note that secularism is not synonymous with irreligion or atheism. Secularism does not require people to reject religious beliefs or to abandon religious practices. Rather, it focuses on the relationship between religion and other aspects of public life, such as politics and education. Secularism advocates for a balance between the role of religion in private versus public life. While people may be free to hold religious beliefs and to practice their religion in private, these beliefs and practices should not be imposed on others in the public sphere. In many countries, the principle of secularism is enshrined in their constitution. For example, the United States has the First Amendment to the Constitution, which guarantees the separation of church and state. France has a strong tradition of secularism, which is enshrined in its constitution and has been a source of national identity. Secularism is also a key principle in many other countries around the world, including India, where it is one of the fundamental principles of the Constitution. Despite its importance, secularism has faced challenges and continues to be debated in many countries. Critics of secularism argue that it leads to the decline of religious values and that it creates conflict between different religious groups. However, proponents of secularism argue that it is necessary to protect the rights of religious minorities and to ensure that everyone is treated equally regardless of their religion. In recent times, The concept of secularism has been in the news because of debates regarding the alleged appeasement of Muslims by the government. Some people believe that the government has favored Muslims over Hindus and other religious groups, which has created tension and communal disharmony. However, others argue that the government has not shown favoritism towards any particular religion and that accusations of appeasement are politically motivated. It's important to remember that secularism does not mean treating all religions equally. It means treating all citizens equally regardless of their religion. The debates surrounding secularism raise important questions about the role of religion in public life and about the government's responsibility to protect the rights of religious minorities. Ultimately, striking a balance between the demands of secularism and the need to protect religious freedom remains an ongoing challenge for governments around the world. Some examples of secularism in action include *******, the display of religious symbols in public places. *****, in some countries, such as France, the display of religious symbols like the hijab or the cross is banned in public places such as schools. This is seen as a way to uphold the principle of neutrality and to prevent the imposition of religious beliefs on others. *****, the provision of religious education. ****, in some countries, such as the United States, religious education is provided through private schools or after-school programs. This is seen as a way to respect the separation of church and state and to allow parents to choose whether or not their children receive religious instruction. *****, the accommodation of religious holidays. ****, in many countries, public holidays are observed to accommodate the religious holidays of different communities. For example, Christmas and Easter are public holidays in many countries because they are celebrated by a majority of the population. Similarly, some countries also recognize Muslim and Jewish holidays. This helps to ensure that people are able to practice their religion freely without fear of discrimination or persecution. Overall, secularism is an important principle that helps to protect the rights of religious minorities and to ensure that everyone is treated equally regardless of their religion. It promotes tolerance and acceptance of different viewpoints, and it encourages people to use reason and logic to understand the world around them. While secularism faces challenges, it remains an important value in many countries around the world. Thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to our channel for daily doses of knowledge. And don't forget to visit our website for more informative content. We have a detailed video on secularism uploaded on our website, the link to which is provided below. You can also give us your feedback in the comment section. Thank you for watching.